Hi, beautiful people. So in this video, I want to talk about what I do as a holistic coach. I already made a live video on Instagram talking about what I do, what's my story, what do I want to accomplish with what I'm offering, and what do I want to actually accomplish for you and for whoever who wants the support and who wants to work with me. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my story because I know that this is the way I got to where I am now, to want to help people go through the same things that I have. So I really know what it is to feel like when you are like completely unmotivated in life. I know what it feels like when you have so much anxiety you cannot even leave your room. I know what it feels like to be depressed and not knowing why. I know what it feels like to feel like a void in your life and you don't know how to feel and you don't know what to do about it. It's a very difficult thing to overcome. It's a difficult thing to even talk about. I know I struggled with depression for a long time, and I suppressed so many emotions that I didn't even know I was depressed most of the time. That's sometimes how it works. Sometimes you repress so many emotions that you just don't feel them anymore. And that's what happened to me. What happened to me was that I had so many bottled up feelings and emotions that I didn't recognize and I didn't know how to feel, that they blew up in horrible anxiety attacks. Sometimes I had like even 5 in one day. It was very draining. It was so it made me feel really powerless with everything. Like I couldn't handle relationships with friends. I stopped seeing anyone. I stopped even going to the supermarket because I was so afraid of having a panic attack in the middle of the supermarket. I stopped going to work. I just was in my bed for like 5 months trying to figure out what was going on. I almost like gave up on life. Like I just said like, okay, this is it. This is what my life's going to be like. So I need to get up and deal with my depression on a day-to-day. I'm just going to take pills forever. I'm just going to go to the psychologist forever. And just like have it that way, I can be completely a zombie through life, not doing anything that I enjoy, because that it gets to that point. It gets to the point where you go out and you just don't find joy in anything. You just feel sad because you don't feel joy. And it's really bad for your self-confidence. It's really bad for your authenticity. It's really bad for your way to express yourself, because you don't even want to talk about it. You don't even want to say to anyone that you're so upset because you don't know how to feel joy. So yeah, it pushes you away from everything and everyone. And I know what it feels like. And I know I'm not the only one who feels this way, because after doing all this research, after doing all my studies, after really working really hard in what I'm feeling, in what I'm doing, and I am completely mindful of what my body is telling me. I started a journey of spirituality and art that led me to find myself again. I gained my confidence back. I gained my authenticity back, which is something that I kind of pushed away. And I've always been super authentic and super free, but it got to a point where I couldn't even express what I wanted to actually say because I wanted to avoid conflict. That's one of the things that happen when you're in this like robotic way of being. You don't express yourself. You're just like pleasing people all the time because you don't know how to please yourself. So it got to a point where my emotions actually woke me up. They were very hard on me because I think I needed it. I think I needed like a slap in the face to tell me that I needed to change, that I needed to make changes in my life, that I needed to address the problems that I was dealing with in a different way. Not in the way that most of the people tell you to address it. You know, the common thing is just go to the psychologist, just take the pills, just, you know, handle it. Or just like talk about it, or just like, you know, it's very superficial. I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm not saying, I'm not invalidating anything of that sort, because everyone has their own ways, and whatever ways work for you is what the way you should go with. But for me, it didn't. For me, it didn't really work at all. I was like just numbed. I was taking antidepressants and I was taking anxiety pills. I was going to like 3 different psychologists and a therapist. I was trying to figure it out in the way that most people do, and it really didn't work for me. I in those times where I was taking pills and seeing everyone in the world, I had like 5 panic attacks in one day. So I said, no, this is not working. This is definitely not going to help me. So I decided to take different approaches with the spiritual path, with the energetic path, with a holistic view of what it is that I was needing. And I gathered different tools, also with my coaching certificate, that really helped me push through and get through everything. And it's all about self-discovery. It's all about self-love. It's all about really wanting to understand the roots and the causes of what is happening, of the situation you're in, of what it is that is hurting you right now. And it's not about pushing through it. It's not about taking something to avoid it. It's not about just going to talk to someone about it, which it helps. Other tools are tools, they help. But it is a different approach that I want to understand. It's the fact that you need to dive deep inside yourself to understand the roots and causes of the things that are really hurting you right now. There are many ways that I've learned. I really did everything. I tried a lot of things, and I know what works for me now. Like, I know what really makes me feel good. I know what really makes me feel like I know that I'm going to in the right direction. And if I know, if I'm not, my emotions will tell me. My intuition will tell me. It's something that I've developed over the work, over understanding what the signs are in my body, in my mind, in my heart, and in the overall energy of everything that surrounds me, of every situation that I'm in. I know what it is that I need to do. And if I don't, I know what I need to do if I don't know what to do. So it's all about self-management. It's all about self-management and knowing how to apply the right tools for you. So that's what I want to help people through. I want to help people go through what I have been through, but with the guidance, with the help, with the tools, without you having to go around trying to find thousands and thousands of ways if you actually are doing it, because sometimes we feel so powerless, we just don't. Like for months, I didn't. For months, I just stayed in bed and take pills and do anything that would make me just feel like I didn't exist. Because that was what I thought that I needed, just like to surrender. Surrender is another thing that you will need to find out with your emotions, which is very powerful. And that's all about. It's not surrendering to in like a way of not doing anything. Surrendering is about letting yourself feel. It's about surrendering to the moment, surrendering to what you are going through and actually experiencing it. it's difficult sometimes, it's hard sometimes. Sometimes we have to face things that it will really change your life just to understand what that is. And that has happened to me in so many areas of my life. I had to realize so many things that I was doing, so many things that I was going through, so many things that were happening to me. I had to surrender to them and to understand who I really was and what it is that I really wanted and what I really needed. And it's difficult. That's what I was saying. It's difficult, but it's a compromise. How do you feel about commitment? How do you feel about commitment with other people? How do you feel about commitment at all? Not many of us really understand what commitment is, and we're always committed to something. Either it is commitment to help yourself or commitment to not help yourself. So I made a commitment to help myself, and it's a big step. It's the next step in your relationship with yourself, because you deserve to be the priority in your life. You deserve to be the number one thing. You deserve to have the love that you want. You deserve to have everything you need, because we're not in this world to just feel bad. We're not in this world to just be depressed or not doing the job that we want to do or not pursuing the things that we want to pursue. We're in this world to actually experience and live the life that we want with joy, because we always have that choice. We always have the choice to be whoever we want. I can reinvent myself in the next second, because that would be my choice, and no one has anything to say about it. That is just my choice. And that's the power of being in control of your mind, of your emotions, and of your energy, and with everything that you put in it, because it's in your control. That's the only thing you can control. Yourself, your decisions, and your decisions are only controlled by you. And that's it. There is no other way. And getting to that point of understanding takes some digging in your mind, takes some digging in your beliefs, takes some digging in your relationships, takes some digging in your past relationships, takes some in your traumas, in what has happened to you in your life, and even what you want in the future. Is it that even what you really want? Is that even what you really want forever in your life? Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is just to accomplish that, to accomplish something else. So you're like actually trying to find something in a sneaky way, just to be, okay, I'm just gonna get this to get that after. And that's not how it works. You have to be clear with yourself. You have to be really assertive, not only with the people around you, but with yourself. And that takes work. That takes work and commitment. And so, yeah, with my support, I would love to help you go through this, because, yeah, I went through it alone, mostly, because, well, yeah, I'm just like a multitasker. I just love taking charge, but I really needed help. And I would have loved to have someone to tell me how was I going to overcome this. I had my coaching certificate, which was really super supportive, and it changed my life completely from day one. It was super eye-opener, and I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to help people go through the things that I've been through. And yeah, and now I have a coach, and I am not going to stop getting help from the people I need, because that's what we do. We as humans need support in the things that we're going through, no matter what stage in life we're in. We can't do this alone. We can't go through life just thinking that we are super strong and super independent and that's it, because no, we're not. We are, but we also are not. We need help. We need support. We need someone by our side who can hold us accountable to the things that we want to do, because sometimes we get distracted, and that is how society works, with distractions. And that's how we get to the point that we are now. That's how I got to the point that I was. I got so distracted for what I wanted to actually accomplish and what I really wanted to do, that just my life fell apart completely. My self-confidence fell apart completely. My relationships, everything around me I thought it was a lie. And that's what happens when you don't take charge of yourself and of what you really want. So now I got to a point where I really build myself up. I am doing the things that I love because I love them. I got to a point where I am in many situations in my life where I know I can change them, and I am working towards my goals. I have completely confidence about accomplishing those things because I've traced a plan to make them happen. And I hold myself accountable with myself and with discipline. I have a great plan that I created myself with help with my coaches, with research, with finding out what was really good for me when I was dealing with these emotions that made me just procrastinate and get distracted. And I got attached to a lot of habits and thoughts that lead me to do nothing at all day. So now I am in a point, I've always been really organized, and I've always been super strict with myself. That's also something that I could get through, because I was really hard on myself all the time, and that really made me feel horrible with myself. I was my worst bully. But I got to a point where, with my self-love journey, that to understand that I can accomplish the things that I want by tracing a plan that is sustainable for myself. I created habits that were sustainable for myself. It's not what other people say good habits are, or what the good plan is for you. It's what it works for you uniquely, with the life you want and with the life you want to create. Like, how are you gonna get there by just following what other people are saying that you should do? That is not sustainable. That is just not going to happen, because I don't know if you know, but if you do, following other people's plans are not going to get you through what you want. I've been through that road too. I've been through the road that I thought I had to do this, and that to get to point B, just because someone else said it, or because society states that we should do things a certain way, or because groups of people say it should be that way. But that is not how it works. What it works is what works for you uniquely, with what you want, what you need, and what you actually want to accomplish. It's a self-discovery journey. That's what I've been saying. And most of us don't really know ourselves. Most of us are really hiding in the background because we want to be connected with other people, because we want to be part of the gang, because we want to be part of something. And you can be part of those things while being authentic with yourself. And maybe you have to quit some of the things that are not making you happy, just for the sake of loving yourself, and go to get the things that you are actually going to enjoy and going to make you feel fulfilled, and that are actually going to help you get to the goals that you want for you and for your life. And if you don't know what goals do you actually want to accomplish, if you're just rambling around plans, or you have too many interests that you don't know what to choose, or you just like fall back in a vicious cycle where you just like end up doing nothing, this is also a good plan for you, because what you need is discipline, determination, and knowing how to organize your mind in a way and in a structure that works for you and in the life that you are living now, the life that you want, and how is that going to play in all this time. It's yeah, those are amazing tools that it will just like get you to where you want to be. You will gain self-confidence. You will have a better relationship with yourself that you would ever have, because it's the most important relationship that you can have in your life. You will improve how you manage your thoughts and your negative thoughts. You will learn what are they trying to say to you, where do they come from, without having a negative perspective towards them, but to trying to understand what they are actually there for. You also will develop a healthy relationship with your emotions. You will learn how to feel your feelings. You will learn also how to change your mindset in different situations that you're in. And that's just the key. That's just the key to change the ways and your habits. It's life is a work in progress. Everything you do, everything you want to do is a work in progress forever. But having the right tools for yourself is the key to accomplishing all your dreams. Just unlock yourself out of the cage, because that's what it is, that's your true self locked in a cage of maybe comfort, thoughts, guilt, shame, or many other things that we put ourselves through for many reasons, many reasons. So that's why I want to help people to really be free, help them trying to get to that point, and also help them create the plan for after our work together. So it's just a tool that you could work on forever and make it a part of your life, and to use it in every area of your life that you need it, and any moment that you want. So if you don't know yet, I have a free coaching call with me available. You can book a call with me in the link that I'll put in the description box. You can comment if you have any doubts about working with me, or if you want to just make a comment about whatever I just said, if you want to have a chat. I am here to answer your questions or any doubts you have. So please don't hesitate to comment or to book a call with me. Or if you know someone that might benefit for a coaching call with me, just please share this message, because I really want to get to anyone I could help. I know going through these moments is really not easy, and I know in that moment most of us don't get help. Some do, some don't. I was one that I didn't. I just helped myself, but I know that if I would have gotten the right person who would say to me these things, I would have gotten it, as I got my coach now. So yeah, don't hesitate to do it, and I am sending you loads of love and light. Namaste.